Hi, this is Kim Hilton. I'm going to say very little in this message other than sharing several scriptures. Before I do, I'd like to make a small statement. There is quite a bit going on amongst Christians today. First of all, I believe there are two groups of Christians: the titled Christians and the true Christians. There are many, many who give themselves the title of Christians. And there are not quite as many true Christians. What I want to share with you is something that's going on amongst the true Christians. There is quite a bit of depression, alienation, loneliness, persecution, emptiness, fear, sadness, attack, confusion. And one of the reasons this is happening is, one, because of the persecution, subtle persecution or direct persecution. The other is because of the persecution, direct or indirect. The true Christians, some have lost the true hope and the true focus within their journey of persecution and attack. What I want to do is share several scriptures right in a row with you, and I want to explain to you why this is happening, because you need to know the true Christians have a true specific assignment and a true specific journey and true specific things that are going to happen during this time. I'm going to start with Matthew 5:11. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Jesus is saying this. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. Oh, we read the stories of the prophets. We read the stories of their success. But we have no idea truly the personal suffering they went through. Isaiah 59:15. Truth is nowhere to be found, and whomever shuns evil becomes a prey. Do you understand? When you speak against evil, you become the prey. You become the target. That's why so much is happening against the true Christians. Job 22:19. Oh, the righteous see their ruin and rejoice. The innocent mock them, saying, surely our foes are destroyed, and fire devours their wealth. Don't forget, whomever shuns evil becomes a prey. John 15:18. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. This is Jesus speaking. I'll say it again. If the world hates you, it doesn't say, oh, they just don't talk to you sometimes. It's the word hate. If the world hates you, the one who is the prey. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belonged to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not even belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember the words I spoke to you? No servant is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. And I love the chapter in Hebrews 11, the great chapter of faith. By faith, Abel offered God a better sacrifice. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life. By faith, Noah was warned about things not yet seen. In holy fear, he built an ark. By faith, Abraham. All of these people were still living by faith when they died. I tell people many times, if I die in my faith, I will die obedient. If it hasn't happened yet, I will die obedient, just like the prophets. All of these people were still living by faith when they died. They did not receive the things promised. They only saw them and welcomed them from a distance. And they admitted that they were aliens and strangers on earth. People who say such things show that they are looking for a country of their own. If they had been thinking of the country they had left, they would have had opportunity to return. Instead, they were longing for a better country, a heavenly one. Therefore, God is not ashamed to be called their God, for he has prepared a city for them. By faith, Isaac. By faith, Jacob. By faith, Joseph. I have each little section circled in this chapter. By faith, Moses. Parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be known as the son of Pharaoh's daughter. By faith, he left Egypt. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea. By faith, the walls of Jericho. By faith, the prostitute Rahab. And then I love this part, the end of the chapter. And what more shall I say? I do not have time to tell about Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and the prophets, whom through faith conquered kingdoms, administered justice, gained what was promised, who shut the mouths of lions, quenched the fury of flames, escaped the edge of the sword, whose weakness was turned to strength, and who had become powerful in battle and routed foreign armies. Women received back their dead, raised back to life. Others were tortured and refused to be released so they might gain a better resurrection. Some faced jeers and flogging, while still others were chained and put in prison. They were stoned. They were sawed in two. They were put to death by the sword. They walked about in sheepskin and goatskins, destitute, persecuted, and mistreated. The world was not worthy of them. They wandered the deserts. They wandered in deserts and mountains and in caves, in holes of the ground. They were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised. God had planned something better for us, so that only together with us they would be made perfect. The pain of the prophets, the pain of persecution, the pain of holiness in this world, it's real. It's loneliness that's overbearing the true Christians. Don't be lonely. Don't lose heart. Don't listen to the barking of the world. 1 Peter 4:12. Dear friends, do not be surprised at the painful trial you are suffering, as though something strange were happening to you. But rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, for your position, your stand, remember, we become the prey when we speak against the evil in this world. If you are insulted because of the name of Christ, you are blessed, for the Spirit of glory and of God rests upon you. If you suffer, it should not be as a murderer or thief or any other kind of criminal or even as a meddler. However, if you suffer as a Christian, do not be ashamed, but praise God that you bear that name, for it is in that time of judgment to begin with the family of God. So then, those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. This is the truth of the shunning of the true Christians. You are not alone. God is with you. And this is a part of the journey, because it's not about the journey, it's about the destination. Don't stop. Receive the blows. Take the blows of Christ. Because if they hated him first, they are going to hate you. So then, those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to their faithful Creator and continue to do good. Rejoice that you participate in the sufferings of Christ. Rejoice. No crying, no weeping, no putting things out. I don't understand. I was just trying to do right. I don't get it. Get it. Take the marks. Take the blows. Take the shunning. This is Kim Hilton. God bless you.